Marital property is any property that is acquired after the date of marriage with a few exceptions. Inheritance, even if it is obtained after the marriage, is going to be considered your separate property, so long as it's not commingled with other marital funds. Gifts can also be considered separate property when they're obtained after the marriage. However, for the most part, if there's a piece of property that is obtained after you're married, that's going to be considered marital property and it's going to be divided by the court. Separate property, however, are items that are obtained prior to the marriage. So if you obtain a vehicle or a home prior to the marriage, oftentimes the court will consider this to be separate and it will not take it into account when calculating a division of the marital property throughout your divorce. Even in situations where we have separate property that has been obtained prior to a marriage, if marital assets and marital funds have been utilized to maintain that property or increase value in that property during your marriage, the court can actually consider that increase in value of that separate property to be considered marital. So for example, if you had a home prior to marriage and we used marital wages and marital funds to pay off the mortgage or increase its value by building equity, that equity can itself be divided as marital property. Another example of this would be an asset such as an investment account or an IRA. If we have interest that a separate piece of property is earning during the marriage, that interest can actually be considered marital, and the interest earned during marriage can be also divided.